The Nintendo Switch is officially 6 years old, and Nintendo has really stepped their game up since the dark days of the Wii U. Not saying that there's anything wrong with the Wii U, but the console seemed to lack direction, and it really didn't have an impact on the video game industry that Nintendo consoles typically do. The Nintendo Switch has surpassed 122 million units sold, making it the third most sold console of all time. All time. Only being best by Nintendo's very own DS at 154 million units sold, and Sony PlayStation 2 at 155 million units sold respectfully. But I've only ever had one real gripe about the Nintendo Switch. The Joy-Cons. I game primarily in docked mode with the Nintendo Switch, and use the official Nintendo Switch Pro controller. I do this because after extended playtime in handheld mode, my hands begin to feel like I'm trying to grab the last Pringle in the bottom of the can. The Joy-Cons are great controllers when I get to detach them and play something like Switch Sports. In this, I get to wave my arms in the air like a madman and try to defeat some random stranger on the internet. 2 thumbs up for how Nintendo implemented motion controls in this game. Damn you, random player. But when using the Joy-Cons in handheld mode, my hands begin to feel discomfort fairly quickly. Hori seems to have identified this shortcoming in the Switch, even through all of its success. And here we have Hori's solution to my problem, the Split Pad Pro and the Split Pad Compact Gengar. Hey, I'm gonna throw a bonus tip at the end that may help your buying decision, so make sure you stay tuned. From here on out, we're gonna reference the Split Pad Pro as the Pro, and the Split Pad Compact as the Compact. These controllers are available in multiple colorways. They also have improved thumbsticks with larger surface areas for your thumbs to rest. Both controllers come with 2 mappable buttons and 2 turbo buttons. The 2 mappable buttons can only be assigned to buttons on the same grip, meaning you can mix and match the controllers however you like. Because with the turbo buttons, you can specify an action that the controller will then repeat rapidly until you press the turbo button again. This is great for those dialogue boxes in Animal Crossing and Pokemon. The face button on the Hori controllers feel nice and clicky. They also have a decent amount of travel. They'll remind you of the official Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Another feature these 2 controllers share is this wonderful D-pad. Probably the best in the game. I honestly feel like the D-pad is better than the official Nintendo Switch Pro controller. The final feature these 2 controllers share is they can stay attached to the Switch in docked mode. Big bonus there. Now let's go over some of the differences. The Pro controller is extremely large. It actually has ledges at the very bottom for your fingers to rest, but I found it extremely uncomfortable to hold. The Pro kit that I purchased comes with a wired rail attachment. That way you can still play with the controller in docked mode. Another big difference is the Pro controller comes in the best color if you ask me, the transparent black. I love the transparent black. Another difference is the Pro controller has comically large face buttons. I'm assuming this is to balance the buttons with the actual stature of the controller, but they're big. To my naked eye, on the Pro controller, the D-pad seems ever so slightly further away from the thumbstick, if that matters to you. Now let's go over some good features. Both controllers are extremely light, adding virtually no weight to the console, making it great for travel. The thumbstick movement is extremely smooth, with a large throw area, making my thumbs extremely happy during gameplay. The 2 controllers are also relatively cheap compared to Joy-Cons. I mean, if you get the Pro controller without the attachment kit, we're talking about $49.99. If you get the Compact without any graphics on it, that's also $49.99. Joy-Cons start at $79.99. That's a big win. Another thing that I want to share about these 2 controllers is that they come with 2 feet on the back to help stabilize the Switch when you're laying it down. This will keep any unnecessary pressure off the rails of your Switch. The Hori Pro controller has a market of people with large hands who want to enjoy their Switch in handheld mode. For me, personally, it's just too large. It's larger than every modern controller that I can think of, and if I remember correctly, it feels larger than the old Xbox Duke controller. Now, as far as the Split Pad Compact, this controller melts away in my hands, and I personally feel as if the buttons and thumbsticks are perfectly spaced apart. So now, what do all you in the comments think that I picked? Well, neither. The Pro controller is simply too large and bulky for me. The compact, although it does feel great, it prevents my Switch from fitting into any of the cases that I already own. Now, I'm sure that this is designed that way by Hori. That way you're put in a situation to where you feel like you have to go buy one of their proprietary cases, but you're not getting me. I had a profound realization when testing these controllers. And look, I know, every YouTuber out there has already brought up the missing features on these controllers when reviewing them. But I personally was just looking for a great handheld solution and didn't realize that they would be missing HD rumble, amiibo support, or any type of vibration at all. Come on, Nintendo, it's officially licensed. Whenever me as a buyer goes into a store and sees officially licensed, I don't expect there to be missing features. If I could improve anything about these controllers, I would revisit the railing system. There seems to be a slight wiggle when you attach them to your Switch that's not present whenever I use a JoyCon. The second thing I would do is I would add 2 more feet to the bottom of the controllers. Whenever you press the controllers from the top side and they're laying down, you have amazingly rigid console. But if you press from the bottom, you have a lot of play. So it just leads me to believe that at some point it's going to get broken. And the third thing I would do is, can we please get that transparent black on the compact? That would look amazing. My final suggestion to Hori would be to work out some deal with Nintendo to get access to the HD rumble. I can live without amiibo support, and I can also live without the motion controls. But without vibration, it almost feels like I'm just playing a Game Boy from the 90s. And no. Yo, thank you for making it to this point in the video. Here is the bonus. So the split pad rail attachment can be purchased by itself for $29.99, and it fits on any of the split pads. So you can grab one of the compacts, throw an attachment on there, and for you streamers out there, you get an auxiliary port. I know you know what you can do with that. Hori has done a great job with these controllers, making them comfortable for people with large hands. But with the multiple missing features and the extremely cheap feeling plastic, I can't make it the go-to to recommend for everyone. Yes, they are good controllers for people who fit into the demographic of the design, but if not, they might just end up causing more discomfort. And that being said, I do suggest some of you check out the Skull & Co. Neo Grips. They add a little girth to your Nintendo Switch, but don't require removal to dock. Well, that's today's video. Thank you for checking it out. Make sure you like and subscribe, and remember, a smile may make someone else's day. Simply Gordon, out.